Well, just think about nudity, how many hang-ups we have about that, how many of us are ashamed of our bodies.
Yes.
Or when somebody else is naked, we almost don't know how to act unless we're having sex with them. It's kind of hard to have
It's usually too late if you don't. It's usually too late if you don't know what to do, how to confront the body.
And so isn't it good to do it in a environment where you're not having sex?
Right.
And you start to learn to be comfortable in your body. One of the workshops that I assist with but don't teach, we have an exercise where people break up into groups of 4. Then everybody stands up and closes their eyes and slowly can remove items of clothing if they choose to. And some people will and some people won't. And still with eyes closed, if you want to put them back on, you go ahead and do that. It's only after about 15 or 20 minutes of giving people full range of choice and a full choice to change their mind that then you open your eyes and you'll see most people have something on still. Some people are totally naked. And then you have a conversation as a group and you tell the history of your body. What you're happy about, what you're sad about. Any injuries or operations you have had. And it's kind of a way of, getting more comfortable with our bodies and getting more comfortable with other people talking about our bodies. And that's kind of one example of, you could say, bringing sex into it, but a way of making you more comfortable and relax where you can think and be conscious and not be in reaction.
Why do you think it is that we are also uncomfortable with our bodies? I mean, it should be one of the most natural things in the world, shouldn't it?
It should. It should.
You sure have no problems from your little children?
Yes. Probably we are in Rome, and I think religion probably has a lot to do with it.
Okay, fair enough. It's the Pope. He's saying it's the Pope's fault. So could be, yeah. Religion, social expectations.
Well, it's also controlling people. It could be men controlling women. This has been such a patriarchal society. So if you're naked, you should be ashamed. I mean, it disempowers women, if you think about it.
So you say it's not a shame for man to be seen as naked as it is for women?
Well, judging from the statues I saw in the Vatican with everything snipped off, apparently it applies to men as well.
Yeah, they covered up the exactly. Who was the Pope? There was one Pope who actually made all the naked statues be covered by a fig leaf. Yes.
Well, and the ones that aren't covered with a fig leaf, I don't know if you've noticed, but something's been cut off.
I didn't pay that much attention, but so they cut it off first and then covered it, basically.
Well, either or.
Either or, okay.
And it's that way in the Louvre, too. When you go through the ancient statues, and many of them had their genitals cut off.
Poor statues.
I know.
So, okay.
So I think, a lot of it is control of people by religion, by ruling class, by patriarchy.
And so you think it's so ingrained in our brain since we are a kid, like from the moment we're born, or from the moment that we are aware of things around us and people tell us, don't do that, don't do that, don't do this. It's rooted so deep in us that we start to feel ashamed when we are basically showing some skin outside of our own comfort zone house.
And when we were little kids, we were free and we didn't care. And
no, we sure didn't.
We weren't embarrassed or ashamed, but we were taught to be ashamed.